Greetings from the desk of Farrugia. So here I am prepping for on-trial pre-challenge video. Well, it's filming, so I might as well get to it, which is pretty much always the case. Get to it. So you've asked, how have I trained, why am I entering, and what I hope to achieve. Pretty good questions, probably. Gives you a profile of each one of us, that kind of thing. Maybe it'll cater to our needs, I don't know. So, how I have trained, pretty much my trainings is something every day, consistently random in that respect. I do aim to get higher numbers, and I will incorporate new things. So I've actually brought in a kettlebell. Give me a sec. This is friend number 2, 16 kilo kettlebell. Found I should try it out a bit more. It's been good fun so far. I like how it makes my heart beat faster. That's always interesting. That's one. This is an older friend. I prefer this one. Great for taking out and hurling. And there's a bigger friend downstairs, which is a big piece of wood, which I take out hurling. It's always good fun to throw bricks around in the grass when no one's around, obviously, so you don't hit them. Because hitting people isn't fun. And you get some strange looks otherwise as well. Other than that, I run around. But I haven't been doing much running recently, which I should probably get around to doing more. And there's a pull-up bar outside my room. And then it's pretty much making use of my environment. In that respect, the toilets at uni are pretty good for doing pull-ups on as well. There's a nice bar, and so far it's a beam. And yeah, my bike. So in London I bought a single speed Dutch bike, fairly heavy steel frame, female frame, pretty good stuff. Nice on the flat, you can get good speeds. Brought it to Bristol, added a brake. It's still single speed, which means I have to cycle up hills, which are fairly tough sometimes, but I've gotten used to it now. I think after 6 months of cycling up the same hill you get used to it. It's very good training, I think, so that's a big factor in. It doesn't really count as training, it's my commute, so I'll do stuff in the morning and then I'll just have breakfast and then I'll cycle on top of that. We're looking at around 15 minutes each way, maybe on a bad day with traffic and stuff, so probably 25 minutes of cycling each day. One way downhill with some hills and one way is uphill, mainly uphill with a nice flat at the end. So that's mainly my training. Burpees, obviously. Burpees are always good. I've been getting a certain amount of lack of sleep training because of the sun coming up earlier and earlier. I don't fall asleep as much as I used to. Before I was pretty good at falling asleep anywhere. Maybe being in the lab means I'm on my feet, so I don't fall asleep as much. So got to work that out though. We're already in 3 minutes 30. It's longer than I thought. So that's one. And yes, my bike is also used for shopping, so it's pretty much my workhorse bike. So I load myself up with around a good 15 kilos extra when I do my bi-weekly shop now. And put a basket on the bike and just cycle around with this thing. Really good fun, good exercise. I'll usually throw in push-ups after that with the weight, which is nice. So why did I sign up? Well, the main version should be interesting. Longer days, shorter nights. It's a good good group of people this time around as well. The first one was cool. I mean, 4 people right at the start. This one looks interesting, and I'd like to see where it goes. Why am I entering? Apart from that, is at the time it sounded like a good idea back in January. You got a training camp in as well whilst you're at it, and it pushes you. On trials, that kind of thing which takes you a bit further than you think, takes you out of your comfort zone, makes you grow. One of the ways to grow is to break and build yourself better. So that's probably what I hope to achieve, maybe. Break and rebuild, break and rebuild. That's how muscle grows in the end. You just need supplies of protein after all. Yeah, make yourself see. That feels like a bit like a video game. I used to play video games before. I kind of phased them off when I realized you can do better things with your time. But yeah, on trial is kind of a weekend break in a way. I get to get out of Bristol, get out to see a new place, probably somewhere further up north where I haven't been. I mean, last time, yeah, Sherwood Forest, pretty cool. Keep referring to it like last time. Weekend, yeah, it's a weekend break essentially. I mean, my weekends sometimes are fairly robotic. I end up in the lab, end up doing research. I don't have many people to go out with, so yeah, in that respect, I say this is a weekend break. Good burpees running. Well, you probably weekend break. You probably break me, baby. What was you about that? I'm looking forward to this actually. Yeah. So yeah, that probably sums it up. What do I hope to achieve? To come back better from this, yeah. I forgot to mention, this is going to be in May, which I'm fairly anticipating also to be my 9-month PhD assessment period, where I have to prove that I have done something during these 9 months. I have done stuff. It's just, yeah, I'd say on trial quite mirrors the PhD experience because you don't know when it's going to finish. You don't know what you're going in for. You've got a sort of route. You've got an idea of what you've signed up for. Really, it's got a vague description, right? Do this event. Bring whatever you think, need, or desire. It's exactly like that in a PhD in some respects. I didn't sign up with the title. I just got a very vague idea. I'm already working on 2 very different projects in that respect. Well, not very different, but they're both different scales, different things. I'm being hired by 2 people now instead of 1. And yeah, on trial is like a PhD. Because a PhD is like some sort of ultramarathon where you don't know the distance, where you have to just cover lots of time. As much distance as you can in the time given to you. So on trial, in theory, if we did it really fast, we'd probably finish it in less time. Think of it. Because you've got a marked course. Anyhow, I'm rambling. This is now longer than Hamish's video. Yeah, I probably have to thank Hamish for all this stuff. I've been dragged down the bunny hole quite deeply now. I blame Hamish. Meeting him on Tough Mudder in June, then turning up to the training camp, which resulted in me signing up for the full thing because hey, good value for money, right? And voila, now I'm here. Nearly a year later, still doing these crazy things, still, with the emphasis on the word still. Or I just wonder. Now, before I have to edit myself out and shorten this video to 3 minutes, I'll disappear. Looking forward to seeing you guys. So yeah, I train randomly pretty much. My bike, I want to see where my limits lie. And it's weekend break, so it's going to be good fun. See you there.